Hello everyone, I'm Helen from Susan's family. Today, I'll show you the Botanical Sensations series fruit floral blanket. It's divided into motif, joining, and bordering. First, crochet the corresponding number of motifs. After completion, join them together. Finally, crochet the border in rounds. First, crochet the motifs. Start with a magic ring, and crochet in rounds counterclockwise. During the process, some positions require crocheting corresponding patterns separately. There are 3 types. Begin by crocheting the first few rounds of the motif in rounds. After that, crochet pattern A and pattern B separately. Then combine the 2 patterns and continue crocheting in rounds for the corresponding number. Then crochet pattern C. Continue crocheting the remaining part in rounds while combining motifs. To make it easier to distinguish, the rounds of patterns are not counted in motif rounds. There are many stitches used. They are all marked on the chart. I won't go through each one individually. Please watch my demonstration of the crochet method. To make it easier for you to see clearly, I will use thick yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page and the paper chart of our product. First, begin with a magic ring. Pick up the yarn with your right hand. Wrap it twice around your left index finger. Now there are 3 loops on your index finger. Use your right thumb and index finger to pinch where the loops overlap. Take them off. Then wrap the yarn around your left little finger. Pass it through between your middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loops to between your left middle finger and thumb. Pick up the hook with your right hand. Insert into the loops. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Now there is 1 loop on your hook. Continue with 1 chain to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loops. 1 chain is completed. The magic ring is finished. Next, crochet round 1. Begin with 3 chains. These serve as the beginning chain for the double crochet. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. 1, 2, 3. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. Then chain 1 for interval. Next, crochet a double crochet. Yarn over. Insert into the magic ring. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. Yarn over again. Pull through once. 1 double crochet is completed. There is a V-shaped braid at the top, right? This is the stitch of the double crochet. 1 stitch represents 1 crochet. Chain 1 for the interval. Work 1 double crochet next. Yarn over. Insert. Yarn over. Draw through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Once. Twice. Complete the double crochet. Chain 1 for the interval. Then, work in the pattern of 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Repeat this 5 times. After completing, everyone check the stitch count, including the beginning chain. There are a total of 8 double crochets, with 1 chain interval between them. After that, close the magic ring. Move the crocheted part back a bit. There are 2 loops here. First, gently pull the starting tail. You can see 1 loop moving. Tighten it. One loop remains. Tighten the starting tail. This way, the ring is closed. Then, slip stitch to the beginning chain. From bottom to top, find the 3rd chain of the beginning chain. Pick up 2 strands. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all the loops on the hook. Complete the slip stitch. The joining slip stitch does not count as a stitch. It needs to be tightened to avoid extra stitches later. The next round needs to change color. Fasten off the yarn. Crochet a chain to secure. Leave a little tail. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. Leave this tail for now. Hide the starting tail inside the fabric. You can hide a few more times. Trim any remaining tail. Round 1 is completed. The side with neat texture is the front. The back is relatively blurry. While crocheting from now on, keep the front facing you. Next, crochet round 2. Pick up the corresponding color. Make a slip knot. Insert into any chain space from the previous round. To make it convenient to weave in the tail, I pick the chain space on the left of the ending tail. Draw the loop through. Adjust slightly. Then crochet a DC4 popcorn. I'll refer to this as a small popcorn. Start with 3 chains as the beginning chain, which counts as 1 stitch. Then pick up the same chain space, and crochet 3 double crochets. Now, place all the tails above the hook. Weave in them as you crochet. Stretch the loop slightly after completion. Remove the hook. Find the 3rd chain of the beginning chain. Insert into the edge 2 strands. Pull through the loop that was released. Make sure the double crochets protrude out. Secure with 1 chain. The small popcorn is completed. Since there is a beginning chain, the crochet method is special. Then, chain 2 as interval. pick up the adjacent chain space and crochet the small popcorn. Work 4 double crochets first. Pay attention to weaving in the tails. Release the loop after completing. Then insert into the first stitch. Draw the loop through. Note that the double crochets should protrude out. Secure with 1 chain. Complete the small popcorn. This is the normal crochet method. Chain 2 as interval. Next, pick up the chain space and crochet the small popcorn. Chain 2 as interval after completing. Afterward, pick up the chain spaces and crochet the small popcorn in each, with 2 chains between them. Complete the last small popcorn. Chain 2 as interval. Check at this point. There are 8 popcorn stitches in this round. Once done, pick up the 3rd stitch of the beginning chain of the first small popcorn where you previously inserted. Insert and slip stitch. Similarly, the slip stitch that joins the beginning and end doesn't count as a stitch. Pull tight. You still need to change color later. Fasten off the yarn. Chain 1 to secure, leaving a little tail. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. Leave the tail for now. This completes round 2. Now crochet round 3. Pick up the corresponding color. Make a slip knot. Join the yarn in any chain space from the previous round. Similarly, for convenience in weaving in the tail, I pick the chain space on the left of the ending tail. Draw the loop through. Adjust slightly. Then crochet a DC2 bobble. From now on, I'll refer to it as a bobble. Start with 3 chains. Then crochet 1 double crochet in the chain space. Remember to weave in the tails. Here, the beginning chain and the double crochet form a special bobble. Chain 3 as interval. Then work one bobble in the same space. Begin with an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over. Insert. Yarn over. Pull through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. This is an incomplete double crochet. Continue with another incomplete double crochet. Yarn over. Insert. Yarn over and pull through. Then yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, draw through once. Complete the bobble. This is the normal crochet method. Here, I consider the left and right bobbles, and the 3 chains in between, as a group of bobble pattern. Continue crocheting. Pick up the adjacent chain space. Crochet the bobble pattern. First, crochet 1 bobble. Start by making 2 incomplete double crochets. One. 2. Yarn over. Draw through once. Complete the bobble. Then crochet 3 chains as interval. Crochet another bobble in the same space. Complete the bobble pattern. Then, pick up the chain spaces accordingly. Crochet the bobble pattern each. Complete the remaining part. Finish the last pattern. Slip stitch to the double crochet stitch left of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn. Leave the tail for now. This completes round 3. Now the fabric might be slightly uneven. This is normal. Continue crocheting round 4. Pick up the corresponding color. In the previous round, join the yarn in the hole between the bobble patterns. That is, between the 2 bobbles. Join the yarn where there is no chain space. I pick this hole on the right of the ending tail. The method is the same as that in the previous 2 rounds. I won't explain it in detail. After that, make 1 beginning chain. This is the beginning chain for single crochet, which doesn't count as 1 stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Insert. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Draw through once. 1 single crochet is completed. The braid on the top right is its stitch. Pick up the adjacent chain space, work 1/2 double crochet, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. There are 3 loops on the hook now. Yarn over, draw through once. Complete the 1/2 double crochet. The braid on the top right is its stitch. Then chain 1 as interval. In the same space, work according to the pattern of 1 double crochet and 1 chain, repeat 3 times. After completion, continue with 1/2 double crochet, yarn over, insert, yarn over and draw through. Then yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on the hook. Complete the 1/2 double crochet. Here, I consider the stitches in one space as one pattern for this round. Pick up adjacent hole. Work 1 single crochet, insert, yarn over and draw through. Then yarn over, draw through the 2 loops on the hook. Complete the single crochet. Then, pick up the chain space, crochet the pattern. First, work 1/2 double crochet. One chain as interval. Then alternate working 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Do this 3 times. Once finished, continue with 1/2 double crochet. Complete the pattern. Afterward, work a single crochet in the hole and a pattern in the chain space. Finish the remaining part. Complete the last pattern. In the initial single crochet, slip stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn. Leave the tail for now. This completes round 4. Next, crochet round 5. Join yarn to the single crochet stitch from the previous round. I join it here at the tail. Then chain 1 as the beginning chain, which doesn't count as a stitch as well. Then pick up the same position and work 1 single crochet. Next up, work in the chain spaces of the pattern. In this initial space, work 1/2 double crochet and 1 double crochet. After completion, pick up the adjacent chain space. Crochet 3 double crochets. Then crochet a ch3 picket. I will refer to it as a picket later. First crochet 3 chains. Then find the double crochet stitch below. Pick up the front loop and the left strand. Slip stitch. Which does not need to be pulled tight. Afterward, unless otherwise specified, do not tighten the slip stitches. This completes one picket. Continue by picking up the adjacent chain space and crochet 3 double crochets. In the next space, crochet 1 double crochet and 1/2 double crochet. I consider the stitches worked above the pattern as a picket group for this round. Keep on crocheting. Work cinch crochet in the corresponding single crochet stitch. On the pattern of the previous round. Correspondingly make the picket group for this round. Crochet 1/2 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the initial space. In the next, crochet 3 double crochets. After that, crochet 1 picket. First, crochet 3 chains. Then find the double crochet stitch below. Pick up the front loop and the left strand. Slip stitch. Complete the picket. For the next 2 spaces, crochet symmetrical stitches to that before the picket. Complete the picket group. Next, correspondingly work a single crochet in the single crochet position, and work a picket group in the chain spaces of the pattern. Finish the remaining part. Complete the last group. Slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. There's no need to tighten here. Proceed to join the round invisibly. First, enlarge the loop. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Then find the second stitch on the left. Insert from behind. Pull the reserved tail through. Then insert from behind into the braid of the slip stitch, which is the braid below the strand. Pick up the back loop, which is the back strand. Pull the reserved tail through. Make a slight adjustment. Hide the final tail inside the fabric. This completes round 5. Work round 6 next. For this round, pick up and crochet on the back of the fabric. Find any pattern from round 4. Locate the right half double crochet behind this stitch. Pick up the back loop of the stitch. Which is the back strand of the braid. Along with the horizontal line below. Insert. Here you pick up 2 strands in total. Join the yarn. Once completed, chain 1 as beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Then chain 3 as interval. Find the center double crochet of this pattern. On its back. Pick up the back loop. And the horizontal line below. Work 1 single crochet. After completion, chains 3 as interval. Then find the left half double crochet of the same pattern. Pick up its back loop. And the horizontal line below. Work 1 single crochet. I consider these 3 single crochets and the chains in between as a group. Continue crocheting 3 chains as interval. Then pick up the adjacent pattern from round 4 and crochet a group. First, find the right half double crochet. Pick up its 2 strands. Work 1 single crochet. 3 chains as interval. Then pick up the 2 strands of the center half double crochet. Work 1 single crochet. 3 chains as interval. Next, find the left half double crochet. Pick up the 2 back strands. Work 1 single crochet. Complete 1 group, 3 chains as interval. And then, pick up the patterns from round 4. And work a group in each, with 3 chains between each group. Work the remaining part. Complete the last group. 3 chains as interval. Then slip stitch in the chain space left of the initial single crochet. No need to tighten or cut the yarn. This completes round 6. Now move on to round 7. Start with 1 chain. Then pick up the space below and work 1 single crochet. 3 chains as interval. Then pick the adjacent space. Work 1 single crochet. I consider the single crochets on both sides and the chains in between as one interval group. Continue picking the adjacent chain spaces and crocheting. Work according to the pattern of 1 double crochet and 1 chain. Repeat this 4 times. Once done, work 1 more double crochet. I consider the stitches in this space as one group. Continue to crochet 1 interval group. First, pick the adjacent chain space and work 1 single crochet. 3 chains as interval. Then pick the next chain space and work 1 single crochet. Complete 1 interval group. Continue crocheting the group into the next chain space. Work 5 double crochets in one space, with 1 chain in between. After completion, you'll notice that the groups are positioned between the previous groups. The intervals are directly behind the previous groups. Continue with the pattern of 1 interval group and 1 group. Complete the remaining part. Finish the last group. Slip stitch in the first single crochet. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn. Hide the tails inside the fabric. This completes round 7. Now crochet round 8. Find any group from the previous round. Insert into the rightmost chain space. Join the yarn. Then chain 2 as a beginning chain. Then pick up the center double crochet of the group. Work 1 double crochet. The beginning chain and the double crochet form a special DC2 tog. Work 2 chains as interval. Then work a DC2 tog. First pick up the stitch at the end of the decrease. Work an incomplete double crochet. Then pick up the leftmost chain space. Work an incomplete double crochet. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, and draw through once. Complete the DC2 tog. The chain 2 as interval. Then pick up the end of this decrease, and the left chain space. Work a DC2 tog. First work the incomplete double crochets respectively. Then yarn over, and draw through once. Complete the DC2 tog. Chain 2 as interval. Continue crocheting. Pick up the same chain space, and the adjacent group's rightmost chain space. Work 1 DC2 tog. Here is needed to secure the picket of round 5. Yarn over first. Find the corresponding picket below. On its back, pull it apart. You can see these horizontal lines here. Pick up one of them. Then come back up. Pick up the chain space. Work an incomplete double crochet. Then pick up the corresponding space on the left. Work an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through once. Complete the DC2 tog, and secure the bottom of the picket at the same time. Continue crocheting 2 chains as interval. Then, insert into the end of this decrease, and the center double crochet stitch of the group. Work a DC2 tog. Two chains as interval. Then pick up the same double crochet stitch and the leftmost chain space of the group. Work a DC2 tog. Two chains as interval. After that, pick up the same space and the left chain space. Work a DC2 tog. Two chains as interval. Then pick up the same space and the space on the right of the left group. Work a DC2 tog and secure the bottom of the picket at the same time. Afterward, pick up the chain spaces of the groups and the intervals. Correspondingly make DC2 tog. Above the group and the interval, correspondingly make 2 decreases. Among them, when crocheting the left DC2 tog on the interval. It's needed to secure the picket below. The decreases here are connected end to end, with 2 chains in between. Repeat this process. Complete the remaining part. The last decrease here needs to secure the picket. Then pick up the space of the interval and the space where we joined yarn for crocheting. Followed by 2 chains. Then slip stitch into the double crochet stitch left of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn. Hide the tails inside the fabric. This completes round 8. Next, crochet round 9. This round requires 2 colors. Refer to the chart and take the corresponding colors first. Here, I will refer to the starting yarn as color 1, the other one is color 2. Find the decrease stitch. Where there was a beginning chain. At the right DC2 tog stitch. Join color 1. Then make 1 chain as beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. While crocheting, place color 2 above the hook. Leaving a little tail. After that, pick up the adjacent space. Work 1 single crochet and switch to color 2. First crochet an incomplete single crochet. Insert. At this point, place all the tails above the hook. Weave in them while crocheting. Then yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the hook. This is the incomplete single crochet. Then take color 2. Hang the yarn with your left hand, yarn over. Pull through all the loops. Complete this single crochet, and the color change as well. Then, insert into the adjacent chain space. Crochet 6 double crochets. After that, continue with one more double crochet, and switch to color 1. First crochet an incomplete double crochet. Then take color 1. Make sure to straighten the yarn before switching color. Keep the fabric flat. Yarn over. Pull through. Complete the double crochet, and the color change as well. I consider 7 double crochets in one space, as a fan pattern. Next, pick up the adjacent chain space. Work 1 single crochet. Then start from the adjacent decrease. Repeat twice the pattern of 1 single crochet in the decrease stitch, and 2 single crochets in the chain space. After completion, pick up the adjacent chain space. Work 1 slip stitch. Then chain 3. Work 1 small popcorn in the same space. Once finished, continue with 3 chains. Then pick up the same chain space. Work 1 slip stitch. I consider the stitches in one space as a group of popcorn pattern. Then start from the adjacent chain space. Repeat twice the pattern of 2 single crochets in the chain space, and 1 single crochet in the decrease stitch. After that, work 1 single crochet in the adjacent space, and switch color at the same time. First crochet the incomplete single crochet. Then take color 2. Yarn over. Pull through. Complete the single crochet and color switch. Next, pick up the chain space and crochet a fan pattern, which is 7 double crochets, and switch to color 1 at the 7th stitch. Now you reach the corresponding position. First crochet an incomplete double crochet. Then take color 1. Yarn over. Pull through. Complete the double crochet and color switch. At this point, the fan pattern is completed. Continue by picking up the chain space and working 1 single crochet. Then repeat twice the pattern of 1 single crochet in the decrease stitch, and 2 single crochets in the chain space. Once done, pick up the next space, and crochet a popcorn pattern. First work 1 slip stitch. Then chain 3. And then crochet a small popcorn. After that, continue with 3 chains and 1 slip stitch. Complete the popcorn pattern. You can see that these 2 patterns alternate. Between them are 7 single crochets. Only the stitch count on both sides of the patterns is slightly different. There's 1 cinch crochet in each space beside the fan pattern. And there are 2 in each space beside the popcorn pattern. Continue working with the pattern of 7 single crochets, 1 fan pattern, 7 single crochets, 1 popcorn pattern. Finish the remaining part. Note that the fan pattern requires a color change. Finish the last popcorn pattern. Continue with 5 single crochets. Plus the initial 2 stitches. Makes a total of 7 single crochets. Finally, everyone check. This round has 4 fan patterns and 4 popcorn patterns. Finish with a slip stitch in the initial single crochet. Pull tight. Here leave color 1. For color 2, leave a little tail, cut off. And hide it inside the fabric. This completes round 9. Next, start crocheting pattern A. There are 4 in total. Each one requires crocheting 2 rows. Continue from the previous yarn. First, pick up the left single crochet stitch. Work 1 slip stitch to carry the yarn across. After that, make 1 chain as beginning chain. Then continue to the left. Pick up the double crochet stitches of the fan pattern. Work double crochets evenly, with 1 chain between each. After completing the last double crochet, pick up the adjacent single crochet stitch from the previous round. Work 1 slip stitch. This completes row 1. Now let's carry the yarn across. First, enlarge the loop. Pass the fabric through the loop. Gently tighten. And it's completed. Continue to crochet row 2. Find the starting position of row 1. This is the single crochet next to the fan pattern. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Draw through. Then adjust the length of the pulled yarn. It should be similar to the curve of row 1. You can leave it a bit longer. Then make 1 chain as beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. While crocheting, place the pulled yarn over the hook. Weave it in as you go. Then move to the left. Pick up the double crochet stitches and chain spaces. Work 7 single crochets evenly. Then crochet a picket. When making the slip stitch, pick up the front loop of the single crochet and the left strand and crochet. Once done, continue picking up the following chain spaces and stitches. Work 6 single crochets evenly. After completion, work 1 single crochet in the same position where you slip stitched in the previous row. Fasten off the yarn. Hide the tail inside the fabric. One pattern A is now completed. Find the next fan pattern. Join the yarn to the single crochet on the right of it. Then make 1 chain as beginning chain. Continue to crochet as the method for the first pattern A. I won't explain it in detail. After completing row 1, carry the yarn across. Then continue crocheting row 2. Finally, fasten off and hide the tail. And the second pattern A is now completed. Using the same method, continue to make corresponding pattern A on the remaining 2 fan patterns. That completes the explanation for pattern A. Next, crochet pattern B above the popcorn pattern. There are also 4. Each pattern B requires crocheting 3 rows. Find any popcorn pattern. Join the yarn. into the chain space on its right. Then make one chain as beginning chain. Next, pick up the same space. Work 1/2 double crochet. Continue with 2 double crochets. Then work 1/2 double crochet. 1 single crochet. 1/2 double crochet. 1 double crochet. After that, pick up the chain space on the left. Crochet symmetrically, which is 1 double crochet. 1/2 double crochet. 1 single crochet. 1/2 double crochet. 2 double crochets. One-half double crochet. And finally, work 1 slip stitch. Then change color and fasten off the yarn. This completes row 1. Move on to row 2. Pick up the corresponding color and join yarn to the second stitch on the right of row 1. This is the double crochet stitch. Insert into it. Then make 1 chain as beginning chain. And then pick up the left stitch. And work 1 SC2 in 1. Work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2. The SC2 in 1 is completed. Continue with 1 single crochet. Next is the single crochet stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. Continue picking up the stitch. And work 1 single crochet. Continue with the SC2 in 1. Work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Crochet symmetrical stitches then. First, crochet a SC2 in 1. Then 1 single crochet. Work a slip stitch in the single crochet stitch. Continue with 1 more single crochet. 1 SC2 in 1. 1 single crochet. Leave the remaining unworked. Fasten off the yarn. This completes row 2. Continue with row 3. In the starting chain from the previous row, pick up 2 strands to join the yarn. Then make one chain as beginning chain. Pick up stitches to the left. And work 2 SC2 in 1. Crochet 1 single crochet afterward. 1 slip stitch. This is where the previous slip stitch was. Pick up the braid to crochet. Continue with 2 more single crochets. Two SC2 in 1. After completion, crochet 2 single crochets. Then 1 slip stitch. 1 single crochet. 2 SC2 in 1. Finally, 1 single crochet. Fasten off the yarn. This completes row 3. Hide all the tails inside the fabric. At this point, you have completed a pattern B. In the same way, continue crocheting pattern B above the popcorn pattern. Note that each row requires a color change. This concludes the pattern B.